aging. But yeah, if you guys want to go check out this video, because we're actually gonna discuss Shanahan's video here in a minute. So it's gonna be pretty interesting because it was definitely an interesting video. So that's for sure. So we're gonna get this going here in a minute. So if you guys have not liked up the stream, please do so. My apologies for being so tired and so out of it, but I have yet to really sleep. I've tried to, just didn't really work. So I don't know if you guys know who John McAfee is, but he made McAfee anti-virus software, etc. Probably at one time or another, we all used his antivirus software. Well, him and Joe Rogan were really good friends, according to him. And they're no longer friends, and a lot of people have been speculating why. And speaking with Shanahan yesterday, John McAfee dropped some bombs, that's for sure. Definitely dropped some bombs on the topic yesterday. It was really pretty interesting. So we're gonna talk about that. Hey, Shanahan, do I have permission to, if you're still here, do I have permission to play your video? I don't know if he's still in here. But yeah, I do agree that he's kind of aging. For real. What do you expect, right? Father Time shows no limits. But yeah, back on 12/15, John McAfee put out a tweet stating, this is what it stated. Why did I jump back to this? Why did it jump back to all of these? Well, this is some nonsense here. But alright. John McAfee put out this tweet. People urge me to go on Joe Rogan. We don't speak. We once were like brothers. We shared the same mutual calling, and we were becoming ministers in our church. Had it not been for Rosita, we would even today be ministering together in to those in need. But that's another story. So everybody like speculated what the hell exactly was going on. You know, this mogul John McAfee who created the McAfee antivirus software, as well as Joe Rogan, had some kind of falling out. This was back on the 15th of December. People were like, what's going on? What's going on? So yesterday, Shanahan, who's just in here, had a conversation with John, and John put out a very interesting tweet. And it's a really interesting situation, to say the least. So he puts out this tweet. What happened between Joe Rogan and myself? That's it. With this link to Shanahan's YouTube and his podcast. So I have watched it. It's pretty funny. It's a pretty damning evidence, to say the least. So we're gonna pause this real quick. And make sure to go subscribe to On with Shanahan to watch the full podcast. But it's a pretty funny situation.
What happened between you and Joe Rogan, and why can't you go on his podcast? I'm like, what is the background behind that?
Okay, now you know the both.
I don't know why it's not showing up here. Why did it do this? So annoying. I really need that other OBS. Boom, here we go. So, we're going to play the video real quick. It's really interesting.
What happened between you and Joe Rogan, and why can't you go on his podcast? I'm like, what is the background behind that?
Okay, now you know the both. Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm going to be frank with you. The rumors are true. I mean, both Joe and myself, we were at one point, and one of us still is homosexual, and we met. I don't know. It was in South Beach, Miami, 2007.
What?
I'm
already baffled. The moment I hear that come out of his mouth, I'm already like, what is going on? I'm just completely baffled at the situation. And progressively gets more interesting here. So
I thought it was real. I thought, you know what? That bastard is sincere when he says, I love you. But
he said, I thought that bastard was sincere when he says, I love you. So Joe Rogan said that to John McAfee.
he turned out to be just like every lying bitch. No, he did not love me. He had some young lover in Las Vegas. That prick, that motherfucking prick. I mean, after I did all those things for him that I've never done for any man ever.
What did you do, though? Like, I just can't even believe what I'm hearing right now. Not at all can I believe what I'm hearing. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, is this shit for real? Or is it not, right? Because I had no idea that Joe Rogan might, in fact, be homosexual. So, I'm sitting here confused, baffled. The whole situation. Because I thought they had a falling out over something completely different. And yeah, then come to find out that this happened.
So no, listen, that's our
What's
problem.
up, Rosie?
Okay, and you have to talk to Joe about it because look, I have bared my fucking heart, Joe. I mean, after all these goddamn juries, and you know how many people. I mean, admittedly, I've only got 1 million fucking users, you goddamn prick, and you own the fucking world in podcasts. Nevertheless, my people say, go on Joe Rogan. Well, how can I when you have never fucking apologized for that incident in Kansas, goddamn city?
The incident in Kansas. What happened in Kansas, John? Details. We need details. Not that many details, but enough to understand the context of what you're talking about, buddy.
With that goddamn transvestite, all right? What
Wait, what? What? What?
you apologize for that? Just
I don't know if it's real or not. I really don't. I'm still trying to like figure this one out in my head.
I will be happy to come on the podcast.
If he apologizes, he'll be happy to go on Joe Rogan's podcast about what happened between Joe and that transvestite, according to John.
They hear Joe. You have
Now, what it's about to play is the most interesting part of the entire video. So just be ready.
a lot of you have a lot of you have a lot of apologizing to do, man. I don't know if it's ever gonna happen.
Listen, I do not run a podcast. But listen, if I were you and I wanted to increase my following tremendously, I would just take that Joe Rogan rant
Yes.
as a separate clip and
Oh, yeah.
do that. If you do that, I will retweet it. I
Thank you.
promise you. If that don't go viral,
It was all just a big trolling thing that they were doing. They're just messing around. We really don't know what the hell happened between John and thank you for subscribing, Christine. We really have no idea what the hell happened between Joe Rogan and John because it was all just a big troll. These two were just trolling us the whole time. And the first time I ever watched this video, I was like, wait, what is going on? And I continued to watch, and then at the end of it, when I realized like they were all just trolling, it was hilarious. So you really got to go check it out. You got to go check out the whole thing. And if you just go to his YouTube video, right, it's on with Shan. I will post the link in the chat, and it's just a big trolling thing. It's hilarious. They're just joking. The whole thing is just a big joke, but you definitely got to go check it out and go watch it because it's really quite funny to watch. Probably, Christine. I haven't checked IG today. So this is his channel on with Shanahan, and it's just hilarious. That clip is hilarious, but the whole interview is pretty funny. So definitely check it out. John McAfee is definitely a troll. He is definitely somebody who likes to be a jokester and have fun. And I find it really interesting. And he just trolled the hell out of me. The very first time I watched the video, I was so confused. I was like, is this for real or not? Because Shanahan the whole time is laughing. So I'm like, is this true or not? Is it true or not? And then all of a sudden they both started laughing, and I realized that they just trolled the hell out of me. And I thought it was one of the most epic trolls that I've seen in a long time. So I was like, oh man, this is great. Shout out to Montreal Player for sending it to me, and shout out to Shanahan for doing the interview and letting this happen. This was rather hilarious, and you're right. It is definitely a way to conjure up some views for sure. I have a couple of other things to conjure up some views, though. If not in this particular stream, just overall. So in other news, now that we got the fun stuff out of the way, we have this right here. The thing that it's being shown is not what I wanted to show. So just give me a second here. Because